Hello there, everyone. Hey. Yeah, here we are with another AoE 2 rec. I'm fucking buzzing because I just got up to 1300 elo, so I'm high as a kite right now. So if I'm talking like a machine, that's why. I'm Holt. This is my co-caster.
Taffstaaaa. It's one of my games I'm watching today.
Absolutely.
So, like I previously mentioned, I'm sort of mid 800. Only just completed my ranked matches, so took a bit of time out of the ranked game because I suffer from extreme ladder anxiety. So this is my first game back in a while. Done a bit of practicing and stuff. So this is me getting back on the horse, essentially.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, throughout this game, I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions, and bear in mind, just anything that I'm saying, I don't mean it like as a harsh critique. I'll just be flagging things up as and when I see them. I'll also be asking about your motives as well, because often your motives are important, and also your motives are what determine your decision. So if you're like, if I can question your motives, then maybe we can turn those into constructive things. Although you smash him this game, so spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see. Just as a side note to anyone listening, I'm currently drinking the Tupelo, which is a hazy pale ale from Thornbridge Brewery. It's a collaboration with Salt. Alcohol content 5.5. It's very nice, very moorish, crisp, refreshing.
I'm drinking a Guinness. Just if we're going to do this, if this is now a feature.
This is now a feature. We're doing it.
All right.
We're doing it live.
We'll do it live, man. We'll do it live.
Insofar as we're not live, we're doing it live. Anyway, right, come on. We've got a lot of people waiting for us, so let's get this game going. Let's unpause.
Cool.
Right. So here we are. You are the BRITONS, which is something of a home civ for you, and you're against the Ethiopians, so it's going to be an archer off. The relevant...
That's what logic would dictate, yes.
That's what logic... Oh, okay, that's exciting. We've got a little tingle there, a little tingle. Okay, so let's have just a quick pause here for a minute. If you pause on 3, so 1, 2, 3... Let's just take a quick look at the tech tree first. Let's just take a quick moment to look at the tech tree. So as the Britons sort of... Okay, you've got the town sets cost 50% less wood. It's a really great bonus, but not relevant right now. So... If we're looking potentially an archer off, as I said, might not be. Ooh, your foot archers, you have a big power spike in Castle Age.
Yes.
Like, your archery rangers work 20% faster in Feudal Age, but you might not necessarily have the economy to take them, the most out of that. But in Castle Age, you will. And in Castle Age, your foot archers get a massive shot in the arm. On top of that, Shepherd's working 25% faster is really good for getting up to Feudal Age in a really good time. It means that you go through your sheep very, very fast. Like I don't know, you're not so much butchering the lambs as you are just literally just applying a vacuum cleaner to their mouths and sucking them
in a mincer.
Yeah.
Pouring up mince in your mouth.
Town mincer, more like. That sounds insensitive.
It does.
It does. I apologise. I apologise very much. But regardless, Castle Age is a big power spike for you, especially sort of early Castle Age with the extra range, and then even late Castle Age with the +1 archer range from Yeomen, although Yeomen is expensive. Looking alternatively to the Ethiopians, I think you'll find, Ethiopians get their power spike, I think, a little bit earlier. Don't get me wrong, like any other civ, early Castle Age is their power spike, but compared to the Britons, receiving the extra resources when advancing to the next age really helps them get their archers out faster, and with equal numbers, especially in Feudal Age, they're going to win because they got the 18% faster shooting arrows. Pikeman upgrade is also free, less relevant against the Britons, although once again it's a good early gameplay, because if you want to go skirmishers against them, or maybe elite skirmishers against them to try and hose them, then other way around. If they want to go skirmishers or elite skirmishers to hose you, and you go, ooh, light cav, maybe that'll work. It's not going to work today with the pikes coming in.
Right. Not great.
Yeah. And also, the increased blast radius of Siege Workshop units means that Imperial Age, there are some real brown trousers moments, because you are not going to be dodging those onagers very well. They'll just have such large blast ranges. Yeah. So, it's almost like, as the Imperial Age, as the Britons, your bonuses begin and end at Castle Age. Like, that's your real time to shine. Because in Feudal, they shoot faster, and in Imperial, they're going to have onagers, or siege onagers, in fact, siege onagers that just blow you to pieces, which is scary, really scary. So let's see how this goes. So let's unpause on the count of 3. So 1, 2, 3. There we are, and we're going.
Ready.
So, looking at what you're doing so far, you're doing a nice little scout. You're scouting really well with your scout. I would have liked to see you just find the other sheep, because sheep's always come in twos.
Yeah, I do another loop, so I think I'm not going to need that sheep until he does another loop round. So.
You're absolutely correct. You won't need the... But what you can do, potentially, is one, it's just good if your opponent decides to scout you and then steals your sheep, because you need to make sure you got it. And two, you can then use that scout to do a little bit... that sheep to do a little bit of scouting. Like, you could have just sent it up to explore that wood line to your north.
I'll introduce that when we've mastered the basics of the game, shall I?
Oh yeah. I'm not saying this is almost like stuff I'm like subconsciously putting into your heads that you think about it later.
Yeah.
And you found the two sheep. I have to admit, I really like the minor quibble with scouting with the sheep aside. Honestly, I really like your scouting right now. You're using like you're working your way out in a spiral. You're finding your core resources. You found both of your boars. You found your berries. You found your stones, both of your stones. Now you just need to find your golds.
I think I do actually lose a villager to a boar in this game, actually. Just a little spoiler for you.
I'll look out for that. That's okay. So it's going to be right now, because you've just put your 4th villager on wood. So the next one's going to be the boarman.
I think it's boar number 2, but yeah.
Boar number 2. Oh, okay, fair enough. Get your little cock tease, you. Sorry if you're a kid, just I don't know, stop watching. Don't stop playing Age of Empires. Like, Dark, go home.
This is not for you, sir.
Yeah, wash your ears out with soap, please. So, okay, send that off there. Cool, that's brilliant. I love that you sent the villager off to the berries as well. Did you send her to gather? I think you did. Right, we'll find out.
No, I do houses and then next one builds a mill.
No, that's fair. I like that you send that. I see that there was a bit of a hesitation there, and that's fine. A little bit of idle time here. I mean, it was no more than, I'd say, like 5-10 seconds, but just like be aware of that. But I like the timing on the housing. You've got the mill up there. Yes, that's looking really, really good. Your scouting sort of stopped.
Yep. That
but
is a classic.
I really want to stress that, like, you're more or less on time, because you should start looking for your opponent's base at about 5 minutes and have finished exploring yours. But for 1 gold, you've basically got everything in your base. Like, you've got most of your sheep. You've got most of your sheep. No, yeah, all of your sheep. Both your boars, 2 golds, 2 stones. So, like, actually, you've done everything you need to do. Like, if you just send your scout out to explore your enemy's base now, I wouldn't be annoyed. Like, it's you're sort of on schedule. Let's put it that way. Cool. Then you. Oh no! Oh no!
This is it. It's coming, guys.
No! And you're placing the lumber camp. That's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, that's why. All right, let's have a look at the stats quickly, just to see how things are going, like in terms of villagers. You're actually 2 villagers ahead of him, despite losing 1 to the boar, though. So.
Decent.
Nice. Nice. So this is what I mean. Like this, I was talking to Ben beforehand and sort of like saying one way to lessen tilt is to remember that your opponent's a human as well, and they make weaknesses. And this replay is a real evidence of that. Like, you're on 17 villagers despite losing 1 to the boar, and he's on 14.
Yeah.
So like, you know, he's clearly lost 1 to the boar and like had a bit more idle time, whereas you haven't really had that much idle time. You had like what, like total of like 5 seconds, maybe 6 seconds, like
potentially.
Not much.
Not loads.
A whole 4 villages ahead. Like basically 3 villages ahead. So that's like a whole minute and a half you've got on him. If you put it like that. And you know that's okay. A little bit of idle time now.
Just as you're praising me for no idle time.
Yeah, I know. There's an irony there. I see. It's because you're setting up the walls. I see. Because you're against the Ethiopians. Yeah, there you go. You get the should be lumen into. Okay, it's quite an early feudal time for archers. It's not a bad thing. You had the resources there, so I guess like you go level up. Like, I mean, there's no bad thing really. I tend to archer on 22 pop because I like the ability to like go 2 archery range archers like straight from the get-go.
That's fair.
And I think that's even more important, weirdly enough, for the British, because you're producing 20% faster. You almost need the big chunky economy behind it to take advantage of it.
Yeah. No, that's true.
So I think, but I like the wall, especially like. I think it's one of those things where, like, if you were aging up at 22, then actually, yeah, getting some walls down might be an idea. But because you've got it going up at 19, you're going to have archers in place before they even can really attack you. Because looking at it from a Drush build order perspective, is probably only just built its barracks now. Or you know, just completed it, probably building a first militia now. At which point you're nearly all the way through feudal age with a big war chest of resources. I would have liked to have seen more villagers onto gold as well.
Yeah, so once we finish the sheep, I move 3 onto gold.
I just do it beforehand. Like, something I do is, as soon as I hit the feudal age button, I move 3 villagers onto gold. Just whoosh over there. And then I also use food villagers to do the walling up as well. Because the 2 resources you really need in feudal age are gold and wood, because you're going to be producing a lot of archers. Oh, your scout gets into a Barney, gets out of jail free, but you know where he is. That's important. That's really important. So that's really good scouting.
I mean, he's not built any military buildings yet, so there's nothing I can really garner from my scouting.
No, not that you've seen, but yeah, there's not a huge amount to know. I was about to say, let's see what he is doing. Let's just quickly turn it on to all visible. No, he hasn't built any military buildings yet. He is just about to go into feudal as a thing. Okay, so let's put the fog wall back on. So you got the first archery range down. That's good. But yeah, like, ideally you want like the 10 to 12 on wood like early on, and then you want about 8 on gold, and then you can go back to worrying about food, so long as you don't fall below 6 food villagers. That's like your golden number.
Right.
Because that's what you need. Ideally a bit more, because you'll need fletching, and fletching costs 100 food. So maybe not exactly 6 villagers, but like 6 villagers enables you to maintain constant villager production. And that's all you kind of need for early feudal, because all of the rest of your resources should be being poured into archers potentially. If you're going for that kind of aggressive, this is all bias. I'm a very aggressive player.
Sure.
So
no, that is fair.
I am balls to the wall. I'm liking the blacksmith though. This is this is a good time to be building a blacksmith, because you're building up that mass of archers, and you've identified your opponent is Ethiopian and already mixing in some skirmishers. That's really good.
That is a conscious thing. Yeah.
And that is ace. That is ace. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, perfect play would be to wait until you can see an archery range, but you're playing against the Ethiopians, right? Like you can only assume they're going into archers. So, but like, generally speaking, one thing I would have liked to have seen is that even though your scout's on quite low, it would have been quite good to just keep scouting him and see if, like, because if you see a stable drop, then you've got to cancel those skirmishers and just go straight into archers and even build a few spearmen. So just like, not even trying to pick fights, just like floating around the edge of his base, like trying to just like peer over his walls, that sort of thing. That's something that might be worth doing. There we are. You're finally starting to load up on your gold villagers, which is good, because archers just take a shit ton of gold, really. And you're getting padded armor. Did you already get fletching?
Fletching's already in. Yeah, fletching's out. Yeah. Ideally, I probably would have got moved out as it was coming in, but
yeah. Right, tiny bit of idle time here. Oh, well, that archer's gonna die. Oh, but yeah, you spotted that he's gone archers.
Yay.
Yeah, and housed. Yeah, everyone gets housed. That's fair. I don't see you making any houses.
No, I'm busy up here, and I.
Oh yeah. Oh my God! I didn't see. Jesus Christ! It's a slaughter.
Yeah, I do pop back in a bit, I think, to build some houses. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. There you are, and you back off, which is the correct thing to do. You do not want to be fighting under that tower yet.
No, for sure.
But that's good. That's good. And then yeah, you build a few houses. I think that'll just be a reflexes thing. As you play more and more, you'll free villagers. We love it. And this is just kind of like he's going archers. That's absolutely fine. But the problem, obviously, with going skirms is it's much harder to raid. I would have liked to have seen, at any point over the last like 10 minutes, probably another archery range.
Yeah, I dropped that just before Castle Age.
Yeah, I think most build orders use 2 archery ranges in Feudal. I appreciate in early Feudal you're a little low on wood because I think you used a lot of your wood choppers to build skirms. No, sorry, use a lot of your wood choppers to build walls.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that the second archery range is always going to be late, but it would have been nice to see it. And also just to see constant production from your archery range.
Yeah, that is something that I kick myself for in a bit, actually.
Yeah, I've seen you just build a load there. And also not building villages consistently. I think that would be just like almost like burned into your memory. It has to be like Control Group 1 and HQ, because that's just a really good way of like, I'm in the middle of a fight. I need to micro my units and be on high alert, but what I can do is HQ1. HQ1.
Yeah.
And that just lets you like, that's a really good rhythm to get into. Like if you just practice HQ1, 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 and that at least enables you to like, it's not subtle, it's not the best micro, you'll never be leery, but at the very least it lets you control your main group of units.
Wait, what? I'll never be leery?
Well, not with just HQ1, mate. With leery you need
What's
to...
the point then?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, cheerio, mate. Are you even trying? You're in a really good place to go into castle now, actually. As I said, your power spikes in castle, so like what I'd really like to see is either slam down a market or just like force drop all of your farms. If anything, it's a little bit early for hit going into Castle Age, because you should almost be like at 36 to 40 villagers before going into castle, but like that's because you had the idle time in your town centre, so you just had resources coming in that you weren't using. But that's fine. Like if you've noticed you've made an error, make the best out of your situation, and the best out of your situation is because he's on the back foot and you know what his army's like. You can just go into Castle Age quite safely. He has identified that you're going into a lot of skirmishers and is going scouts to counter. That's what he's doing. So, knowing that he's doing this, you need to make sure that you're building a critical mass of archers, or at the very least mixing in some spears, because as scouts will tear through an archer skirmisher block fairly quickly, especially the skirmisher element of it. Archers are reasonably good against. They're not awful against scouts, especially massed, but skirmishers are awful. I see the extra archery range going down.
Yeah,
which is good. I mean, to be honest, with the resources you've got, I'd even drop a third. Like,
yeah, it's not a bad shout.
Yeah, just like it feels like in this game you're always like one archery range behind where you want to be, because like I like the fact you're deleting the wall, that you're just not squeamish about just deleting the wall. That's like really good. Like you can't afford to get precious about the wall. Just like delete it when it's not needed anymore. Oh, I'm loving that archer production. And you've got perfect resources as well to immediately drop 2 town centres and research bodkin arrow and research crossbow, as you are doing exactly. At this point, I'd almost just like click on the archery range with crossbow in it and just like cancel all the archers in that one.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I do that shortly, but I didn't realise at the time. I sort of just forgot. But so there's 2 TCs going down now.
Yeah. Also, I mean, you're not building any villages at the moment. One thing that can be quite useful is to have at least like 1 villager queued up after the Castle Age upgrade, just so that while you're getting your upgrades, you can just get those before having to flip back to your town centre. You're gonna have a really shaky Castle Age because like you're going 3 TCs, and that's like, I think it's the correct play, but it does suck a lot of wind out of your engines. Because suddenly you're having to support villagers out of 3 town centres, which requires, 18 on food.
Yeah. There you go, another tower going up now.
Yeah. He loves his cut out towers, he does. But you get like a couple of villagers there.
Yeah.
And then
and more, I think.
Yeah, more than just a couple. Yeah, that's really, really good. Oh, yeah, you take easily half the villagers. Like, that is a win for you. Because, like, not only have you now used up a lot of his stone, which means that he won't necessarily be able to build a town centre the second he goes into castle. It also... Oh, okay, he does. He's been mining a lot of stone, so he will be able to build the town centre. But still, it's forced him onto stone very early. Whereas I think you only just really started as you went into feudal. Oh, sorry, into castle, sorry.
Yeah, just prior to castle, yeah.
Yeah.
So I plant my university now.
Yeah, oh, to get the ballistics down, nice. Okay, he's in castle age. Scary stuff. You've got fully upgraded archers. Right, so what can you see? I've had it on all reveal for a bit. So you see that he's got a second gold. I'm assuming what's going through your head is you see that second gold and you're just like, I want a taste of that.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see him drop the watchtower. Oh, this you know the drill by now. Tasty!
Slaughter.
Yeah, absolute slaughter. So to look at other things, like you've got a really nice group of archers at home. You're moving them in. That's really, really good to see.
Yeah, so my thought is these in the south and then the other guys in the north.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have liked to see. Yeah, you've got the constant archer production. I think right now, like, I think possibly you need to focus on some farms.
Yeah. Yeah, they are definitely lacking.
Yeah, because you're unable to constantly build villages from 3 town centers right now, despite having 3 town centers.
Yeah.
So I think you need to like get down some farms. I think that's a big thing. You also, I think, you need to start thinking about how are you going to destroy those towers, because it's not going to be with archers.
That doesn't come until later.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's the question of right now, because like he's blocked off all the major resources really with towers. So you need to think to yourself, how am I going to kill them?
Has he?
Oh, true.
He's blocked off his farms.
Yeah.
My thought process here is he can just farm.
That is fair. Oh, he's got a knight out.
And he can use his market, sure, but like I'm not really that like if he can pump, like I've got stone, wood covered, and gold.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. I think that's fair. I think a lot of this is just coming from my tendency to want to just snap their neck in a very quick and efficient manner. So like a couple of battering rams maybe could have been quite fun.
Yeah. Well, spoilers.
Oh, okay. Or even knights. Like if you just built like a stable and built 4 knights, that probably does the job. Although that would require a tech swap. So I think, yeah. Okay, so you're microing your archers around, and you're sort of making sure that he's not on any resources. And that's pretty good.
How many idols does he have right now?
I do not know. Let's have a look. 12. Oh my lord. Yeah, you
so
gut him like a fish.
Here is just like what can he do from this position?
Yeah, you're absolutely right to keep the pressure up. Okay, you're sending the villagers forward for the siege workshop now, which is exactly what we like to see. My brother's saying he wants to watch my broadcast.
I've shared it. It's fine.
Oh, okay. So he's watching now. Okay, nice. Well, we could get him into Discord and we can...
He's in here, but...
Oh, he's in here. Nice. Oh, okay, nice. Sorry, that's my brother, Gladen. You may remember him as the guy with all the longbows in the previous game. Little shit.
For show.
I mean, what can I say about this game? You've got him under your heel right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is a stomp of epic proportions, and I think you need to, like, take some time to just, like, feel good about that. Like, the game was, like, a little bit even, and then, like, you actually drove the point home, and he didn't. And, like, as I said, like, as the Ethiopians, he almost has to be the one who's assertive in feudal age, and he just wasn't.
Yeah. Got a castle on his side.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
But spoilers, the game is finished before that goes up.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yay.
Absolutely, you got the rams coming in. And you don't just dribble them in. I really like that. You don't, especially with battering rams, just don't dribble them in. Wait until you've got a gang of, like, 3 to 5 of them, and then send them in. And make sure they're nice and supported as well. Your village is fucking
just
balls
through. I know.
Balls the size of a grapefruit.
So annoying.
Just passing. Oh,
Yeah.
oh no!
Yeah, this was a bit stressful for me, truth be told.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
Killed about 75% of these villagers.
I was about to say, so I've got this great villager lead. How about I just throw it away?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got 70 villagers. He's got 16 currently. So.
Yeah, at this rate, you'll be back at parity before long. Yeah. I think his build order, he just has the scouts left over from.
No, he has built them recently.
Yeah.
Obviously, the only thing he can build at the minute is scouts.
Yeah, because it's the food, which is a terrible move from him, I think. Yeah, and then he realizes that the jig's up.
And there you go. That's my first win on ladder in a very long time.
Hey, you want to know what? You smashed him. Yes, you absolutely smashed him. Well done, GG, well played. And like, the things I could tell you are relatively like oft-repeated truisms, like. Make sure you're producing villagers. You got quite good at it in sort of mid-castle age, but in feudal age you were awful at it, no offense.
Yeah.
You were grim at producing villagers in castle, which is why you went into castle age with so few villagers. And yeah, I think you could have afforded to make more archery ranges. I think as the British it doesn't matter quite so much because your archery ranges are producing faster. But I think you could have afforded a third archery range and a siege workshop much earlier. Just to end the game. Just like, you know, more games you play, the higher you'll get in the ladder.
Yeah, true that.
But otherwise, like, I like your town centre placements. Yeah, this one in the south is really, really tasty. And let's have a look. Just to quickly check something. Okay, villagers are ahead. You had a lot of military. I like to see it. You had a lot of wood stocked up. That's one thing I'd just say. Like, ideally, like you keep your resources as low as possible. I appreciate that's not always possible, but that's part of the reason why I'm saying like an extra archery range would be nice. Or maybe this is the time to rebalance your economy and start seeding farms or. At 16,
yeah, definitely farm eco needs massive improvement.
Or
unless for me, like, I don't. It's difficult because I'm winning in this position, so it's hard for me to be reflective while I'm playing and be like, I need to do this because I'm like, well, I'm winning.
yeah, and like in your mind, you're just keep doing the thing that you're doing. And you're absolutely right. You just need to keep the thing that you're doing, but the thing that you're doing is playing well.
Yeah,
so
that's took me up to sort of high 800 elo.
Nice. That's really good.
870, I think.
That's good. Pound it out. So I'm having a quick look through Tech Tree, just seeing what you got. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Keep that up. I'm just trying to think. Are there any other small building a market? If you see your resources are that high up, especially your wood, build a market. That's like my best piece of advice.
That was definitely on my radar.
Just like grab like a number of villagers. Don't even be precise about it. Just like drag anywhere between 1 and 5 villagers and click for a market.
Yeah.
But I like the fact you've not got many idols. Like 68 villagers, no idols. Very good.
Yeah, I mean
the fact that most of your idols are dead, but
hey, that castle would have gone up, all right.
Yeah, but for my opponent responding. Oh yeah, no, that would have gone up. It would have gone up. Yeah, it would have gone up. You're right. I'm joshing with you. Yeah, I think to give your opponent credit, he swapped into cavalry when he realised. Well, this is just it, right? Like, because I'm not certain hard pivoting into scouts is the correct answer for him. I think he builds a stable. I think he builds scouts. Sure, who wouldn't? But I think he should have stayed going into archers.
Yeah.
Because like his archers are still stronger than yours. And so with equal numbers, he still wins. Even if you've got skirmishers, and like there's nothing stopping him from just building his own skirmishers.
For sure.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I'm not sure I like the fact that he doubled down on the 2 stable approach. Especially as let's have a look at the Ethiopian cavalry, actually. Oh, okay, the cavalry's not god-awful. They don't get bloodlines. That's really bad. But they do get a full light cavalry line, and they do get knights. But not having bloodlines sucks pretty hard. So like going into 2 stables is gonna just like hamper you in the long term.
Yeah.
Especially if you're teching up for all of that. Yeah. I think you played well there. I think you have every right to be proud of that.
Thanks, man.
You're okay, son.
Cool.
Yeah.
So,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Brilliant. So
That really, isn't it?
just gonna flick through the stats, just see if anything stands out. Yeah, you smash them on every metric known to man. With a villager high of 73. It was 73. Oh, that
Too
timeline.
soon.
That timeline is... Oh, God. Oh, God! Right. Okay. Right. So we're going to leave that now. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be posting up another game.
Yeah. So we'll be uploading quite a few more games over the next few days, I imagine. So
yeah.
If you enjoy any feedback or whatever, feel free.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just the knowledge that anyone's watching at all instead of us screaming into the void.
Yeah,
would be appreciated.
That would be nice.
Yeah, but I mean, even if we are screaming to the void, this is a great opportunity to learn a few things about ourselves. So that's good. For example, Ben is a tyrant who will send his villagers to the death just to construct a castle.
I will.
He will. And he did.
I did.
And it worked.
No shame.
He gets results.
You got to make them castles, man.
Absolutely. Anyway, cheerio for now, and have a great day.
Bye.